Hello, 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 and welcome to Larger Curves. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I know it might be late, and I know you might be wearing, and thank you for tuning in tonight. I know I was late, but I'm not weary. I'm actually very glad to be here tonight on Larger Curves. Thank you for taking the time. I hope you smashed some buttons on the way in, people. Sorry, I was rustling my notes. I still write stuff, y'all. I just tore it out of my notebook because some people know I use the notebook to remember. Okay, she got me a little something to sit on tonight. How are you guys? Anybody in the house? Anybody in the house? The ones and twos on the Mickey Mike. Yeah, even if you're not here. When you catch this in the replay, I hope you can appreciate what I'm putting down. All right, all right, all right. Are you able to hear that? I can't tell. I really can't tell. I really can't tell. Anyway, if somebody's in the house, can you leave a one if you can hear me? Let's see. Okay, I think it stays on over here. Hello? Hello? Okay, let's get started. Thanks for tuning in to Larger Curves tonight. I hope you smash that like button and smash the subscribe button. Tonight, I will be reviewing Bless This Mess, the season premiere of season 9 of the Married to Medicine cast, where the ladies are serving us over in Atlanta. Over in Atlanta, the ladies are serving us, okay? And so it starts with Jackie and Simone, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone playing nice. And in their playing nice, they took along a little ride. and they tried to like have their old time banter that we were kind of used to with them. And then they met up with their husbands who were looking at cars they weren't supposed to be having. And then we go to Dr. Heavenly for a moment, and she is at the beauty supply over there at Heavenly Beauty Supply. And she's talking to Alora actually about the beauty supply and about what hours is she going to be working. Because if you follow Dr. Heavenly's YouTube, which is a bone of contention and a subject this season, then you would know that yes, she does in fact have Heavenly Beauty Supply, which Alora is supposed to be running as the boss that she is. So then we get into some flashbacks of what's happening in the backstory of Dr. Heavenly and Dr. CONEtessa not getting along. And that's when Dr. Heavenly gets a visit from Quad at her house, right? And so Dr. Heavenly is saying that she doesn't really understand why in the heck Dr. CONEtessa is mad. And then shady editing Bravo, of course, cuts to Dr. Heavenly's YouTube videos, wherein somebody asked the question, does she think that Dr. CONEtessa is being abused? And she said emotionally and verbally, or something like that. So, but it was the truth, and she answered a question, and I mean, we all witnessed it. And then we flash over to Dr. CONEtessa at the reunion, her own self talking about how the relationship is volatile, right? So this is all misguided and misplaced to me, because Dr. CONEtessa is pretending like Dr. Heavenly said something that wasn't out there because of her and Scott's actions, and not because of what Heavenly answered when somebody asked her and she answered honestly. Now, I mean, this is flashbacks right here to the reunion last season, if you'll remember, when Dr. CONEtessa and Scott revealed that they were having marital issues and everything. And so at that time, she said that they had a volatile relationship, y'all. And now they're even saying that the freaking that the counseling is working because their relationship is less volatile by counseling, by going to the counseling finally that Scott finally agreed to after last season's reunion revealed that Dr. CONEtessa did in fact file those separation papers on Dr. Scott because he was getting those naked DMs, y'all. Remember that? He put all this stuff out there. And so Dr. Heavenly is like not to blame for any perceptions of Dr. CONEtessa and Scott's marriage. Now, I will say that this opening scene of Dr. CONEtessa engaging in her fitness model adventures is interesting. And I mean, everybody needs a storyline. It's very far-fetched. I mean, last time she was going to be Attorney General, and then last time she was, so the time before that, she was going to be Attorney General. And then when she got home, they were having problems. And then she wanted to open the practice. And then she wanted to open the practice. And then she simultaneously is having problems with Scott to the point of filing separation papers. And now she wants to be a fitness model. And I say kudos to that, you guys. Kudos. Okay? If she wants to be a fitness model, she can go ahead and be a fitness model. You know, I think she's like 41. So if that's the case, then that's fine. But I also wonder just about like the psychology of perhaps, I mean, I'm not a psychologist and nor do I play one on TV. And this is all allegedly and in my opinion. But after what happened last season and her being so close to filing for divorce, going as far as announcing she filed for separation, For her to this season be like really focused on being a fitness model is kind of like, oh, maybe she getting ready. And she even addressed that in her confessional that, yeah, maybe subconsciously I am doing this so I don't have to get ready, and that if anything does happen, I'll be ready. So that's a very big possibility. And I think that, it's good for her that she's always doing something. I love Dr. CONEtessa. However, this episode goes on to show how misdirected her anger is. And because of this misdirected anger, your girl, LRGA Curves, has some theories. Okay. So the theories are, okay, here are the theories. So I have some theories. About why Dr. CONEtessa is hot on Dr. Heavenly's heels and icing her out and pretending like she has a problem with her. Not only for a storyline, but I also feel like Dr. CONEtessa, Autumn's mom, is in the house. What you say? Yeah, I love Dr. Heavenly. I love her. One of my faves. Yes. Let's see. How are you this evening, Autumn's mom? Let me see, what can I do? Edit. Sorry, I didn't have my audio set up for this wonderful clap in. Where's my freaking... That's what I'm talking about. Autumn's mom is in the house. Autumn's mom is in the house. And y'all know Autumn's mom has other things that she could be doing and would be doing. So I'm very honored that Autumn's mom is stopping by LRGA Curves here tonight. I am fantabulous, excellente even. Thank you for asking, Autumn's mom. I'm just over here. Yeah. So Dr. Heavenly's live. Yeah, where she live reviewed the show MarriedToMedicine's premiere, Bless This Mess, which I'm doing right now. Yeah, and she gave me a shout out because I'm a boopy. That's what we decided our names were from her. And it was all this whole thing during the demic. And that's when she started vlogging a lot more. And so yeah, so I like her. I dig her. I know she's not everybody's taste and flavor, but she's my flavor. And I don't know. She can't do a lot wrong. She's so giving and so perceptive and very, she's entertaining and she knows the assignment. Like anywhere else, we would call it she knows the assignment. So you got to give it to Dr. Heavenly that she knows the assignment and she can do things. But like I was saying, this whole thing with CONEtessa, all of a sudden being like, oh, Dr. Heavenly came for my marriage and was disrespecting my marriage. I don't believe that Dr. Heavenly did that. I saw what she said on her lives in real time. I saw what the show said. I saw what played out. I saw how they edited CONEtessa and Scott. And if anything, CONEtessa should be mad at editing, because they sure did edit it to make it look like she was in a semi-abusive relationship, in my opinion, allegedly. The way he came and got her off the stage and was kind of standing over her at the reunion, and how she felt reluctant to talk. It was palatable how reluctant Dr. CONEtessa was to talk about what he didn't want to talk about. I don't know. And then she said their relationship was volatile. And like I said earlier, she even in this episode says that the counseling they finally are going to is making their relationship be less volatile. So that's a good thing, I think. And I don't think Heavenly is to blame for that. I don't think so. Anyway, let's play this out. So, yeah, so then we have CONEtessa and Scott. See right there. They, their own selves, said that it is volatile. That's why I went back and made sure the captions were on. So they keep talking about it being volatile. So when Dr. Heavenly gets asked about a question of do you think they're in an abusive relationship, and then she answers the question by saying emotionally and verbally, that's all she said. In response to viewers hearing and seeing in their closed captions that Scott and CONEtessa both referred to their relationship on national TV as volatile. So how's that Dr. Heavenly's fault? Can somebody put it in the chat how that Dr. Heavenly's fault when she answered a question after they said it's volatile. However you say it. I can't even say it right now. I can't even say it right. Let me drink some water. Yeah, volatile. Volatile. How can it be volatile? And then when somebody asks somebody, oh, do you think that's an abusive relationship? To a close friend that knows that person, and the person only says emotionally and verbally, which we have witnessed as viewers. Scott went in on CONEtessa. CONEtessa even said that Scott said that he was done with her. CONEtessa said that Scott doesn't share his information with her. She doesn't know what he's doing sometimes. He had the therapist she didn't know about, but she didn't want to go to the therapist with her. You know, he be saving pictures and stuff after the people send him stuff, even though he's married. He's all yeah. And this is all stuff that Dr. CONEtessa and Dr. Scott have shown us. So how is it Dr. Heavenly's bad to answer a question about it after they have put it out there to the point where somebody asked her about it? It would be totally different if it was like la 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 la. That's my almost Smurf song. Anybody who's old enough should know the Smurfs. La 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 la. Remember they'd be on their way to do mischievous stuff, and they had that little song that they would sing. Anyway, so just imagine that Dr. CONEtessa and Dr. Scott were, yes, I agree, Autumn's mom. He seems very aggressive, but Dr. CONEtessa also loves to play victim. Ooh, she can make her cry. She can make her cry. She could be an actress, y'all. She could be an actress. Dr. CONEtessa could be an actress if she's looking the part these days. Yes, she could. Because he is very aggressive, but it's almost like she likes that stuff. I don't know. She's there for it, so she must like it, in my opinion, allegedly. Whatever they're displaying that they say is volatile, Autumn's mom. What do you think of that? Isn't that crazy? I mean, if they themselves say that it's volatile, then was it so wrong for Dr. Heavenly to answer a question about whether or not there may be abuse? And on top of which, if you go to Dr. Heavenly's YouTube page, I hope that everybody goes and checks it out. She has good content. She's funny. She's honest. She tells on herself. You know, people, I don't know what this misconception is that she only goes after people and everybody's innocent. No, she does to people what they do to her. They body shame her constantly from season 1. They talk about her bad all the time. They play jokes on her. They've done so much stuff where she ends up being the brunt of the joke. And then when she finally says something and now she's looking gooder and everything else, and you know, all her businesses are taken off on the side, and the beauty supply, the dental university, she does YouTubes that are so helpful for the masses, you guys. She doesn't just use this platform to sell us shit. Dr. Heavenly does not do that. She uses this platform to educate. She uses this platform to elevate. She uses this platform to teach, to reach. You know what I'm saying? That what she does on the Married to Medicine is pretty much a caricature of how she can be. And it's not her full, complete self. Her full, complete picture can be seen in her works. That's what I'm saying as a fan of freaking, yes, the Smurfs. Yes, how much longer, Papa Smurf? Not much longer, little Smurfs. That is right, Autumn's mom. Oh my gosh. Gargamel. Yes, girl. Yes. Yes, we went back into the cortex for that one. So, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem, it feels like Dr. Heavenly is being their storyline so far, because they got a lot more splaining to do. Just for me as a viewer, they got a lot more splaining to do, y'all. After what they left us with at the reunion, she was broke down crying, a pinky nail missing in the room, talking about we getting a divorce, but I gotta stay because of the kids. It's the only reason. Remember that? Dr. CONEtessa and Dr. Scott? And him trying to shh. We didn't talk about it that. I thought we decided. And obviously they hadn't decided nothing that she wasn't willing to talk about on national TV. But now it's Dr. Heavenly's fault? Displaced. I call displaced, Your Honor. Order in the court. Order in the court. I call displaced. Displaced blame and displaced anger on the defendant, Dr. Heavenly, in my humble opinion, Your Honor. So let's keep it moving. So yeah, I also said that I think that, do you think that Dr. CONEtessa's newfound hobby of wanting to pick up being a fitness model has a lot to do with how things were left last season? So she's blaming Dr. Heavenly, but she's also getting her body ready for just in case. Oh yeah, so then we have Dr. Eugene's wife, Toya, answer the door at her new rental that has an elevator, you guys. And she's telling Dr. Eugene when he comes home from another hard day of work about how Anila passed by the day before and her kids came up to the door and all Anila did was wave from the car, talking about come to the ding. And so, yeah, so that was a little scene. Anila, it seems like, it was nice that she even invited her. So then they show it's on the way to Anila's housewarming party. So Anila's home is finally finished. It's been 3 years in the making, and it's gorgeous. And it has so many 1,000 square feet. And Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie arrived together. All of Anila's friends and family is there. And I'm sure, her doctor husbands, cohorts and others were there, and everybody's there in their garb and everything, all in Punjabs and Indian garb, and everybody's looking fabulous. And they had what did they have come in? Was it a cow? They had a cow come in that pooped on the floor. That probably is a form of good luck, actually, if you really think about it, since it was there to christen the house. And they are so thankful for everything the cow gives. And that is fertilizer. They could put it in the garden. So then when CONEtessa arrives, you guys, here, no, I can't even gloss over this. Let me do this again. I'm going to make this big. When CONEtessa arrives, why does she have this on? Did you see that? Watch this. Why does CONEtessa have this on? And her and Scott had a scene where she was like, oh, we don't have to wear what they wear. It's disrespectful to wear what they wear. And then Scott said, yeah, if you come over to my house in a dashiki, I'll whoop your ass. So then he let his wife leave the house in a semi-Egyptian looking garb, sheer outfit that literally looked like looked like Party City. Sorry, it was the tongue twister. It looked like Party City, and Anila was the one that said it, you guys. But I bet they're gonna blame it on Dr. Heavenly too. Anila just said it. Here, I'm gonna show you guys. You know, I bring it with the receipts. I bring it with the receipts. Watch. That outfit was beyond a hot mess, Autumn's mom. That was not okay. That was not okay. Why would Scott? I think Scott's still mad at her, or is upset about something new. Not still. But look at that look on his face. Like he knows he shouldn't have let her leave the house in that. Look, she said she went to Party City and put on an Egyptian outfit. He just said that, you guys. What you want to bet that they find a way to blame Heavenly for this statement right here. Anila is saying she went to Party City and got the Egyptian girl outfit. Hello? But yeah, that's going to get blamed on her. That's going to get blamed on her. But maybe not. Maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? So then everybody's at the party and everybody seems like they're having fun. And Anila's family is there and they say some words, and her husband was kind of upset when the DJ didn't address him as doctor. It was interesting. And then they did some more flashbacks. Did they do them? Let me see. Not yet. Oh, look, my thing is off. Oh, look at me right there in the mirror. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't adjust my pictures. That was part of the technical difficulty. My movie kept erasing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, so Anila is saying that Toya finally made it 2 hours late. She had to make a grand entrance. She was 2 hours late, you guys. And you saw that Toya lives like literally 6 houses or something away from Anila. So she sold the house that she lived in, her dream house. Let's pause it for a second. She sold her dream house. Remember the house that she had built? Eugene is so understanding, you guys. Can we give a round of applause to Eugene or something? I don't know. What should Eugene get? Let's see. What can Eugene get? Yeah, that's what Eugene can get for holding it down for Toya. So, I mean, he really puts it in work. They've been moving and paying off taxes since we met them, you guys. They've been working on dream houses, paying $10,000 rents, and getting the tax thing, and then going and finally getting their house built. This is their forever home. Oh, this is it. This is it. Only to turn around and be like, oh, well, we sold it, and I want my real forever home to be bigger and have tennis courts. And that's when pool was okay. It was just okay. And I just needed it to be bigger for it to be my forever home. Like I wanted at least 14,000 square feet. So you guys, Toya is so freaking jealous of Dr. Heavenly because she is basically describing Dr. Heavenly's house, you guys. Dr. Heavenly's house is 14,000 square feet, pretty much paid for. A freaking 47 acres with tennis courts, swimming pools, grounds, rolling landscape. There's a pond or a lake or some shit over there. Toya is in competition with Dr. Heavenly, y'all. And it's not that cute because it's like there's no competition because Toya's not really on that level. Like it's like one's a doctor, one's a wife, and not saying that that is their total definition of humanness. And the show is called Married to Medicine. So it is about Toya and it is about Dr. Heavenly, but for Toya to constantly pretend like Dr. Heavenly's just a dentist Who says just something that you had to go to medical school to do, unless you're a freaking hater? Who knocks your hustle that requires a medical degree and something to call you doctor and acts like you sitting at home stepping an egg in your new rental with an elevator waiting for your husband to get home so you can yell at him is any more better for the world than fixing people's smiles, helping people's day get better so they can feel more confident in this world and maybe go out and get like the better job because now they're more confident to go do that because now their teeth are fixed. She constantly, Dr. Heavenly constantly gives away free makeovers, free dental work. She doesn't even talk about it a lot on the show. She brings up certain things, yeah, and she talks her smack. But overall, what we're going to see this season, it already feels like to me, is a type of what they did to Mariah when they made Mariah like the super villain that was like way worse than they were and said way worse things and treated them really badly. Remember they did that to Mariah, you guys? I feel like that's what they're trying to do to Dr. Heavenly. When she hasn't said anything worse or said anything damaging that wasn't already divulged by their own mouth. And everything she did, nothing was with malicious intent, in my opinion. Okay. So then we have the dinner end with the men kind of, I felt like they were giving Dr. Kymes, Dr. Heavenly's husband, Dr. Damon, sorry, a little bit of a hard time because right here, they were all sitting there and they've been chopping it up. Now, okay, for Dr. Jackie's husband, Curtis, and Dr. Simone's husband, Cecil, to sit there and kind of do this play thing where they are going to like tether this, bally this conversation topic about marriage, and then this winning swing is over to Cecil where he's supposed to say, yeah, except for, Damon and Heavenly, they got the perfect marriage. Everybody else has a real relationship. They go through things. Like, it was totally set up, and I feel like the setup came because they overhear their wives talking about Dr. Heavenly, or at least I feel like Dr. Simone is probably trying to get Dr. Jackie to commiserate on, oh, something's wrong with Dr. Heavenly. And I feel like Toya and Simone specifically have had it out for Dr. Heavenly for a while. And I feel like Dr. Simone, allowing her husband, Cecil, to go on Instagram and social media and say all of those things to her when it was so inappropriate that time, and then get mad at Dr. Heavenly when she responded. Ever since then, I feel like Dr. Simone has been checking for Dr. Heavenly. And then as far as Toya's been checking for Dr. Heavenly, well, Dr. Heavenly is rather abrasive and rude with Toya. I'll give her that. She does come off as a little rude to Toya because Toya is so much, it's obvious Toya's not on her level. So she doesn't even have to participate in the fuckery, really, when Toya is doing her little thing. She doesn't even have to participate. And her participating is why it then is like, oh, see, you didn't have to do that, Dr. Heavenly. And she has a right to say things back when Toya gets hyphy all the time, like she can. So I think that Dr. Heavenly is right also in saying something, and she doesn't always have to, as far as Toya goes. But Toya has an issue with Dr. Heavenly also for speaking the truth about, remember, her tax situation and her house situation, and just saying in general that she thinks that, that Toya needs to help Eugene make better decisions because that man is working hard, for them. And don't talk to him like that, perhaps, and respect him more if you're going to work him so hard, at least, So there's a whole lot of backstory there. But the two of them rather, Simone and Toya, have tag teamed now Dr. CONEtessa into this whole thing about Dr. Heavenly's YouTube thing is an issue. Her YouTube platform is an issue. She talks about us. Oh, she talks about us. Oh, these grown ladies are like freaking whining that Dr. Heavenly goes on her platform. And she does talk about him, but it's not like bad or anything. It's just her opinion of a show. It's the same thing that I'm doing right now. It's her opinion of the show, but as somebody from inside of there. So she doesn't like really disrespect the people when she's describing what's going on. She's just frank as she is on the show. So anyway, I just feel like they're coming for her, and they got CONEtessa in their web. Plus, CONEtessa needed a storyline that was going to get us off the topic about her and Scott being back together, or still being together, after you supposedly were going to divorce him, but now you want to be a fitness model and you're staying. Like, that's what's a better storyline? You used to be best friend, somehow damaged your relationship with your husband that you decided to stay with after he even said he was volatile with you. Whatever, kick rocks. I'm calling fraud. I'm calling BS on CONEtessa so far, just from what I'm seeing. I hope it doesn't play out like that. I hope I'm proven wrong. Where did she think she was going? I do not know, Autumn's mom. Not to a freaking Indian party at freaking Anila's house. That's not where she thought she was going. And that's not where she looked like she was going. And then what else happened? That's pretty much it. And then they gave us a little taste, some trailers about what was going to happen next season. In the next coming episodes and stuff like that. I just wanted to get on here and share my point of view with you. And I don't know, I am a boopy, but I wanted to share why I was a boopy. Because, people shred me in the lives when I'm talking about Dr. Heavenly's not so bad. And they're like, nah, 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 nah. And I just really, while they're entitled to their opinion, I'm entitled to mine. So I decided to share it with you and invite you to go check out her channel while she has it up and everything. It's no different than Candy Burris having her YouTube channel up, right? So there's a lot of people with YouTube channels up these days. And so go check her out and make her own decisions and listen to things in their entire context and do your own research, Yes, thank you, Autumn's mom. And that's my show for tonight. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. Make sure you smash the like button on your way out. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. And thank you for coming in. Autumn's mom, One Who Cares, Toddy Vision. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate every one of you. And thanks for hearing my POV. I hope this audio was good. I hope my music wasn't too loud. Yeah, I'll have a wonderful night, Autumn's mom. I hope you have a wonderful night too. And with that, if you guys catch this in the replay, leave a comment. What do you think? And let me know. I look forward to hearing from you, Curvies. See you in the next video.